This is the NFL on EA Sports.
And on the outside here, it's complete. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else.
Holding offense.
So up.
Still first down.
Back to throw. It's caught on the left side by Kurz. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Got the hand caught up in the grill of the face mask. 15-yard penalty.
So tough for a defender. You're trying so hard to make a play, and the way that these offensive guys can move around, sometimes your hand gets into the wrong place.
They run. This is Lewis. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
He'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And they're going to face a third down. So still in search of the first down after that last completion. And they brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
He'll look to throw. The grab made by Kurz over the middle. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. We heard them talk before the game about utilizing the intermediate passing game this week. It works for them there. They move the chains.
And we saw them work on it in practice as well. And most teams take a period at a time to work on different things. They put a couple of periods of work into the intermediate passing game, and now we know exactly why. They got the look that they were seeking, and they were able to take advantage of it.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They try again with Lewis. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. And the offense needs 7 out of this play on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. And not great starting field position here for the offense. Brown, the lone receiver left. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. This is caught by Antonio Brown. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And connection number 1 there on the game, Roethlisberger to Boney Tony. Antonio Brown, that's what his high school teammates used to call him.
I wonder what they would call him now.
More muscular, more successful Boney Tony Brown, right?
I'd say you're probably right. It may be all of that. I still call it Boney Tony, but Ben Roethlisberger calls him my number 1 target. But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
There's no doubt about it. That's just one of the best connections in the league. Big Ben throwing it to Antonio Brown, and Antonio Brown has turned himself into such a player. A low-round draft pick, but you can't beat his determination or work ethic, and Big Ben welcomes that.
And Big Ben won a Super Bowl at 23, youngest ever to do so, has never looked back. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Todd Gurley taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Steelers have taken the lead. And Charles, he's able to dive in there in a short yardage situation.
Just find a place to get to the end zone. Didn't matter where it was, but once he did, used his nose for the end zone and dove in.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So now here come the Dolphins. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A gain of 3, second down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
The Steelers insert their nickel defense on 3rd down.
Yeah, they add a DB. They'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. 8 yards there on a first down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
You know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Here's Drew Butler now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. Here's Drew Butler now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by defense to knock the ball away.
They come out here in the eye. Gurley again here on first down. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And quickly they get to the line. On second down, Roethlisberger. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Bryant with a catch right side. And he's brought down. 11 yards on the pickup, and the Steelers are going to have a first down. Brown, the lone receiver left. Here's Roethlisberger. And he's got his man on the out route. On first down, it's Gurley. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. Out left side here to Bryant. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. And Bryant's got it over the middle. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. 2nd and very short here, less than a yard.
Hurry up, let's go! Watch the twitch. Here we go.
On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. And this is caught. It's Bryant, and it's a Steeler touchdown. Martavis Bryant, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. So we've reached halftime here in our initial set. And never mind, Larry. These two teams apparently anxious to get back at it. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. They come out here in the eye. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be marked down deep into Miami territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 55 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, so much for halftime adjustments. They still can't get anything going on the ground. It may be time to loosen things up and start flinging it around a little bit.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Now Roethlisberger. He completes it to Bryant. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. They come up in an offset eye. And the offense in a great spot. It's 1st and goal from the 3. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
One thing I know, defensive coaches love it when they don't have to invite their players to the party. This strong safety, you never have to ask.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Todd Gurley. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And he's going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run that time. And the try for 2 is snuffed out. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They come out here in the eye. They'll start things on 1st down with Dion Lewis. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 11 on the gain there. And it's 1st down, Miami.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They get 25 yards out of that one. And the Dolphins have a 1st down. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Bud Dupree coming in from that outside linebacker spot to bury him for a loss of 7. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw to the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
Can you do any more work or make it more dramatic for not much gain than what we just saw there. Did you see how his toes got down? Tip-tap, got him down. But what did he get out of it?
He sold the sizzle. He just had no steak.
I mean, was it 1 yard?
Yeah, plays like that, you at least expect a first down. They're just 1 yard. So fourth down coming up. John Harbaugh sent on the field goal unit from the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. All right, so it's getting late in this one. Now, you could argue that they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that. But they still face a pretty uphill battle.
Yeah, even with the field goal here, it's going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns now to get back in it. And that's going to be a tall order against this defense.
Bryant, the lone receiver left. Roethlisberger. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 12. And it's good enough for a Pittsburgh first down. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish. Because strategy would tell you, run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done. Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
So second down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on third. They come out here in the eye. And the play clock's running down. On third down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to fourth down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Fourth down. Here's Roethlisberger. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Dion Lewis getting set to go again here with his guys on offense. And as the numbers show, he really wasn't in the mix at the beginning, but they've got him in rotation now, and it's proved a good move.
And that's what happens when you're a good player. There's a lot more attention drawn to you. And it's obvious that they had him in their game plan on defense, not letting him get off to a good start. But he's found a way so far here in the second half.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll look to throw here on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll make it a second down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Back to throw now on first down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Credit or not, the defense is going to take credit for that incompletion because it always feels good when you slow down an offense.
So a second down incompletion now brings up third down.
Here we go now.
They'll look to throw again. It's brought in by Doxson. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Josh Doxson, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. So now a big play here as the Dolphins will go for the 2.
Watch 88. Watch 88. Watch it now, Barney.
They'll look to throw. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. On the handoff, it's Gurley. And able to break one. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Second down following the run. They come out here in the eye. Oh, Roethlisberger going to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's brought down. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. And here we go on 1st and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. Able to pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play there. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And out come the Dolphins now. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and we'll do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And they'll get 19 yards there, and the Dolphins are going to get a 1st down. And now they're in the hurry-up. Shift together here from the D-line. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll give the Steelers a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Roethlisberger going to throw it. Out left side here to Bryant. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Charles, I know it's hard when live bullets are flying, but you cannot keep your hand up around the face mask area.
It is absolutely inexcusable nowadays. We talk about target areas all the time. You have to aim lower so that your hand doesn't get involved in the face mask.
And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back.
Holding. Offense.
So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push him back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. That is caught at the 7. Give him 16 yards on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe. They're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Todd Gurley with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They go back to the air here after the INT. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Now a desperation throw deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.